What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be talking you through the 4 basic steps of what your app development journey will be broken down into. Now the very first stage of that is your brief and your quote. You then move into the prototype and design stage. Then we move into development before finally ending with review and testing. Now, depending on who you go for with your development, this journey may change ever so slightly, so just bear that in mind. But I can talk on behalf of Createanet and our journey here. Now, your journey starts with your brief and the creation of your quote. Now, under NDA, you're going to want to share with us the app idea that you have, and we will go backwards and forwards and try to flush out the full quote and everything that you want to include in the brief of the project. Now, of course, the more you add to the project, the bigger the project's going to be, and therefore the cost is also going to be a little bit higher. So try not to lose the core reason for the app. What is the problem you're trying to solve? And then as your app goes live and you start to make some revenue from it, you can then start to invest some more money and therefore make the app bigger and bigger and bigger through updates into the future. So moving into stage 2, you've now signed up to the quote and you're ready to go. And we move into the prototype and design stage, and this is where we can have some fun, because this is the stage where we're going to bring the idea to life. The team then take the quote that you've built in stage 1 and build a black and white wireframe. This is going to have places of interaction. You're going to be able to navigate through it and use it as if it was an app in its very early stages. And then once we're done with the wireframe here, we then demo it to you. So we walk you through it and guide you through what we've created, and then we hand it over to you, and then you get a couple of days to provide some feedback on it and then submit that feedback to us. And then we update the prototype and we go backwards and forwards, and we continue in this fashion throughout the whole of the prototype stage. So backwards and forwards, revising and reviewing your prototype. Now you can do this as many times as you like, but in the quote you get a certain amount of revisions. So the more revisions you want to add, you're potentially going to add a little bit of extra cost on there. So it's good to be really thorough with the included revisions that you have. So this then repeats itself for anything else that we need to prototype. You may want a website to go with your project, your admin area that we discussed earlier, anything else that needs prototyping. And then we move from prototyping into the design stage. So still within stage 2, but we move to the design aspect of it. We then take the wireframe that we've created together that was black and white and then apply some design changes where necessary. Company logos, colors, fonts, palette, anything else that we need to apply will all be added into the design. And again, we submit that to you for you to review, and then you can provide feedback on it. So by the end of this stage, you'll have a set of prototypes for everything that needs prototyping and a set of designs to show what your app is going to look like. And then you have everything you need in order to sign off and move into stage 3, which is development. We then provide our developers with a full project plan, the wireframes that we created and the designs, and they are going to work their magic. Now this stage is not quite so much a backwards and forwards process like it is in the prototype and designs. This process tends to be a little bit quieter. As the developers are creating the app, we provide you with progress updates in the Createanet app, so you can see how far we are through the project and get a gauge for its completion. In this stage, we'll then also focus on a few things that you need to get ready for making your app go live, such as your app description or otherwise your terms and conditions, just to name a couple of things that you might need to provide to us. And then once the developers have finished their work, it's then time to test. We'll go backwards and forwards with our developers, ironing out any bugs or any issues that we find in the app or anything that needs correcting to match up to what it is we've agreed to do in the prototype and design stage. And once the app passes our quality control, it's over to you. And you can provide your review of the final app. And once you're happy and you've given us the green light, we can then push the app to the stores and the journey is done. You're live on the stores and your app is ready to go. It's now a reality. After all those days of waiting, it's now ready to go. So that's a very short and brief introduction into the journey here at Createanet and what we provide from your app from idea all the way through to reality. If you need an app building, be sure to drop us a message at the link in the description down below at createanet.co.uk. And we have a series of videos on this channel to educate you on the process. So be sure to check out either one of these 2 videos on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.